We had enter invoice, same thing as direct invoice. Now this one here is like an invoice where they say they owe you 100,000 and they only pay you, let's say, 10,000 at a time. That's different. So you have a balance of 90,000, and they can pay 10,000 again, pay 10,000 again, until the whole balance is consumed. Or you can go to direct collection. Okay, direct collection is if they owe you 100,000. This is to input in that section where it's actually all 100,000 paid in full. So those are two distinctions. Just like the accounts payable, you have direct invoice and invoice. You've got here for the AR, accounts receivable, direct, and of course just direct collection and just collections invoice. Excuse me. Okay, as well as what you also have is the power of the A1. Now I can show you the manual side, which I kind of demonstrated earlier with the accounts payable, which is the same thing. Just encoding the data in. But let's say, for example, you've included this and integrate to one of our AI1 front-end modules. Now, I'll take an example for now. Let's take a hotel, but we have tons of different verticals that our system can connect to. I'll demonstrate that in other videos. But for now, in this video, I have a hotel system. So it's called the HMS, Hotel Management System. Okay, let's say we're connected, because who wants to be an encoder? Now, all of the accountants have gone to school for 4 years to be an encoder, let's face it. So 80% of your time has been encoding, and 20% of your time has been basically analyzing. Now, I know you didn't go to school for 4 years and take your CPA on top of that to be an encoder. And let's face it, you are. In Excel, you're just encoding. If you get, let's say, another off-the-shelf software, you're still encoding all the entries in automatically. So why do that when you're really, the power of your position discipline is to analyze and give your bosses, or if it's your own company, yourself the information you need to make decisions for your financial future. Okay? This is the power of our system. I'll connect it right now to a hotel system right now. So the hotel does all their transactions all the time. They do their, people checking in, checking out. They got restaurants buying, people buying food in the restaurants, charging to the room. They're buying food in the pool. They're buying souvenirs. They're doing diving or whatever it might be that the hotel offers as a service. It's all going into your hotel system, which is not part of this video, and that's to be showed to you in another video. But it is connected in our demonstration today. So, for example, as an accountant, all you have to do, without disturbing the front-end software, which is called the hotel software, all you do every day is you would just transact. Every day you just post the accounting entries. You click, let's say, this particular day. You see on the far left-hand side are all the charges. So in this example, you see there are room charges, there's banquets, and so on, right? Okay, as I was saying, the room charges already came in. So in this particular case, the charges are there, and it's mapped already to a chart of account code. So for example, let's say this room charge here, it's already mapped to whatever it's supposed to be. If it's in the guest ledger or paid by credit card, it's already done that. Now normally, without our AI1, you'd have to encode this manually. It wouldn't be something that would just kind of go into the system automatically. You have to interpret it in your mind as an accountant. First and foremost, interpret it where it's supposed to be allocated to. And what if you have a lot of changeover of staff constantly? And you have to keep telling them, this is where I want everything to be recorded properly. That's kind of time consuming and very inefficient. In this particular case, as the owner that you are, you can set up where I want everything to be allocated to properly the chart of account code. And in that case, your rules follow all the time, okay? And your financial statements will always be consistent. But the power of the software is everything's already set up. Now, I talked to a lot of accountants who've implemented our software, who've been using it for many years. And they all say this will take away 70 to 80% of their encoding time, because this is all encoding. As you can see, it only took seconds. All I gotta make sure is the lower right-hand corner if the debit and the credit are balanced. If they're balanced, you know this is right on already. You see the charges are here, 404,000. The payments are 170. You got the debits and the credits. It's already set up as it's been posted. And then you can basically post it, and it's already in the trial balance. That's how fast it is. So from the date or the moment that the transaction's done, from the front applications, let's say if you're a service department
or if you're a hotel, or if you're a retail store, if you're a grocery store, it doesn't matter what business that you're in. All that data is already in the accounting, encoded automatically by the software in its proper chart of account allocation. That's awesome. Okay, so you make a lot of time in the event that you need to see your financial statement. You can see it today, or you can see it that second. You don't have to wait till 1 month, 2 weeks, a year. And we all know that happens a lot. And you know, I've been around businesses a lot, and I've been implementing with businesses, I consult businesses, and basically it's just a normal procedure of life to say, sir, the financial statement will be done in 2 months, in 1 week. It's just normal, right? It's a normal thing. We accept that as the sky is blue and the grass is green. But we're bringing to you a new way of doing business, of getting data, reports faster. You know, our cell phones make everything faster. Why not make our accounting and our front-end procedures faster now? So what I've done is from the moment the transaction was done at the front application, which is again servicing. If you're a big service department, or if you're a big hotel, if you're a big grocery, or even a small store, even a bank, if you take money in for deposits, that goes into the investment account where the investors will invest in the behalf of the bank, it's already in your trial balance. That's never been done before. So if I go, let's say for example, to a trial balance, I'll go year to date or date range, so I can make a January 1 to a January 15, or I can go January 1 to December 31st. In this case, I'll just go year to date for now. On the year to date, I would just say, for example, as of today, May 25, which is an example, you see how quickly it collates the data for you automatically, and I already have a trial balance. Okay? Now, all I gotta do is click preview, and I can view the trial balance. It's already finished already. Remember, these transactions probably just happened this morning or 5 minutes ago, because I can pull the data anytime. If you're in a big setup, for example, the head office is in one part of the country and your offices of receiving are in another part of the country or another part of the world, in short, I can get that data as long as you have internet, okay? That's the key. If there's strong, good internet, you can get it in. But if you don't have strong, good internet, what we normally do is it'll be deposited, the data will be deposited in our case, the holding account, and at the end of the day, or when the internet has been restored, or it's a little bit faster, it'll append to the main headquarters. So you still get it within the day. But if you want fast, then you have to invest a little bit on the internet. Okay? So we have a trial balance immediately. Not just a trial balance, but we even have the other stuff ready for you. For example, if you want to see a balance sheet, all you got to do is click the balance sheet. Now, when have you ever seen that you get a balance sheet in the same day or even in the same minute? All you got to do is click process, and we'll produce the financial statement or the balance sheet. It's already done. I click preview, and it's already here. On the income statement, it also does that as well. Now, again, as I said, these transactions just happen, and I know I'm being a little bit repetitive and keep saying this, but I don't want this to be ignored. Remember, these transactions just happened minutes ago or this morning. That's how fast it is. Again, trial balance has already been created, a balance sheet, which I showed you earlier, and now I can show you the income statements. The income statements are different kinds. You have your current month, year-to-date balance with date range option. We have current month and year-to-date balance with per month and per year option. We also have current balance only with as of date option. We have current balance only with per month and year option. So different variations, different formats. We also have comparative current month, current year to previous month. So if you want to compare last year to this year, first quarter to this year's first quarter, and we can even compare it 2 or 3 years back. This will also be connected to your dashboard. We have a dashboard for accounting that gives you all this data in graphical format. If you don't like the format that we've given you, we can also basically, let me just kind of pull one up for you. We can also print this for you. I'll do it right now. Preview this. Here is a comparative one. Okay, we got May and year to date so far. So you can kind of see where you are. If you don't like this format, that's not an issue. All you got to do is go to this little envelope looking thing in the top upper left-hand corner. As you can see, When I click that, this will open up a functionality where you can export this data either to a PDF file. So in the example that you are sending, if you're an office that's outside in another part of the country and you have to make an income statement, you can PDF this and then email it to your bosses, okay? Or you can send it to Excel, which is traditionally it's the most common way to do it. I can click it to different kinds of Excel, Excel 5, Excel 7, Excel 8, and so on. So if you have some of the later versions, this will also work for you as well. I'll say Excel 8 because I have a later version Excel in my system. And I click OK. And what this does is exports all this data to Excel. Now I can just rename this by saying sample income statement. Okay. I click save. And all I got to do now is wait till it saves. Okay, and then that was in Excel, which I showed you a little earlier. Okay, but as you can see, it's complete. Now, if I go back to this now, I can also connect even further. That's just the revenue side, but you can't have a full financial statement if you don't have all the expenses considered. Okay, so one of the main expenses is always payroll. Now, everywhere I've never seen a payroll system traditionally connected to an accounting system. Usually it's a third-party software. And the third-party software is, although that is the norm of the legacy type of system, but now it's not legacy anymore. The payroll system of ours is it's embedded and integrated into our accounting. So it's how amazing it is. Let's actually speak louder than words.